guys, Ralph here. True Power Trumpet Fitness. It's great to be back. I wasn't gone that long, but a week without playing and without working out. that is an adjustment for me. That really is. But I feel much better. The ears are still a little tender, so I'm going to go easy. And that's part of the little experiment that I told you that I was going to do way back when. And I have gotten a handful of emails about what I'm going to do with that anyway, which is a good thing for all of you to have in sort of a tool in your toolbox type of thing. So, yeah, I'm going to do that all week, and I'll let you know in a minute what that is. I did touch on it on one of the prior videos, but that's that. Now, this is over a week. Even though I wasn't sick in the traditional sense, I did have the congestion in the ears, you know, so this is, I've really been out of sorts for a week. And this is what we got. I am not going to go up to a double C. I think by now you know I can if I wanted to, but I'm going to take a little different approach. Always trying something new. I guess I got that from Jerry. But, yeah, that's it. So, let's see what we got. That spit buzz feels fresh as daisy. So anyway, yeah, that feels weird. If I had to do a playing date tonight, I could do it. Could absolutely do it without touching for a week, but it does feel weird. So if I had a very delicate thing to do tonight, Parsifal, something like that, I would probably do some very specific practicing up to that point. Okay, but and the ears are still a little tender, so I am going to take it easy for the next few days at least. But yeah, everything's ready to go, and I'm telling you, the double C was right there. But that is all I'm going to do for a week. I haven't done that in years. I'm going to say since high school, since I started getting enamored with playing high notes. I have never gone from low C to high C and just worked in that range. Now, why am I doing that? It's very simple. Very simple. First of all, I tell all my students, when you get off, go back to the range that you know you are playing correctly. And the tone will tell you. Okay, the tone will tell you. You'll be able to feel it. Go back and play in the range that you are playing correctly. Now, I just got an email, actually it might have been this morning, from one of my students. It says, you know, everything's going well, but anything above a G, I can't hold on to the note. Can't hold on to the note. Now, here's the deal. If you can't hold on to a note, if a note is out of tune, if a note is strained, if you can't articulate on the note, you are not playing it right. It's not right, and you should not be playing that note. You should never play a note incorrectly. Never. Okay? That is why I always say when there is trouble, cut back on the air for sure, because that seems to be the root of all evil, overblowing. And go back into the range where you know you're playing correctly. Okay? And when that happens, now, do you have to push the envelope to develop? Of course. Of course you do. But don't stay up in that register, even though as much fun as it is, if it's not correct, and you can tell. Now, I've always told all my students, when you get low C to high C, and you've got it right, you've got it right, and you can tell when it's right. You can tell when the tone isn't right. You can tell when the tongue isn't right, and you stop and reset. I can see it, the way they go about playing. They can tell immediately if it's right or wrong. I always tell them, if that's the case, if you have a high C that is absolutely right, technically, you don't need me anymore. And I mean that sincerely. Now, I will never dump a student that feels, never do that, okay? But if you have a low C to a high C, full, relaxed, no stretch, compressed, little air, complete control, lyrical sound, the next octave, guys, is just doing more of the same thing. You don't change anything. You don't change the tongue position. You don't do any of that. All you do is do more of what you're doing. So, if you compress more, it's going to take more strain off the lips. When the lips relax, that is going to allow you to make the tongue even thicker. That's another thing, guys. If you're not keeping the tongue thick, it's usually because you stretch back like that. That's nice and relaxed. The tongue couldn't be thicker in that position, and everything's relaxed. Okay? And then when the tongue is, you're using more tongue, using less strain on the lips, and you are using less air to do it, it's easier. And what happens, that perpetuates upon itself. So even more tongue can be used. And before you know it, you're playing double C easily, and you got it. Okay? So that is what I'm going to be doing. And I strongly suggest that all of you take some time and fool around with that. Now, here's my mantra. Not my mantra, but getting a little overly dramatic here. But you do not have to practice double C's to develop double C's. I'll say it again. You don't have to practice double C's to develop double C's, and that goes with low G's and F sharps too. If your lower range is all foggy and strained and shaking a la Vacchiano, you don't have to practice incessantly down there to develop it. That's tension. And if you stay in the register where you don't tense up, you develop, your range goes both ways. It goes up as well as down. Now, you guys know, if you've been following these videos, I am maybe even more proud of my register from low C to low F sharp. That is as big as a house, and complete control and centered of tone. And I tell anybody, even my tiny little screamer mouthpiece, I will take any fourth trumpet player in any orchestra anywhere, and I'll go low F sharp with them all they want. I'll play Carmen. I'm proud of those notes because that shows your lip health. And if you're shaking down there and you can't articulate down there, that's tension. And you have to go back, and it doesn't behoove you to just go down there and over and over and over. That sort of spreads the tone and gets very blatty. You go back into the register where you are not straining, and you spend your time in that register. Okay? So what do I expect to gain from doing a week of this? I'm not even sure. I haven't done it in so long. I told you, ever since I got the high note bug, I don't think I've gone one day where I haven't gone above a high C. It's like a disease, you know. You all know what I'm talking about. You're all shaking your head. Yeah, I know. I've had that disease. Okay? So we'll see what happens. I really don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing. I don't think it's going to affect my chops or my performance one way or the other. Now, if what I say is true, in a week, and I will do this a week from Monday, Maybe I'll have an extra third or fifth on top of the range, which I don't even care about. I tell you, I couldn't tell you what my top note is. I will say this double C is not my top note, but I don't know what it is. I don't care. So maybe that will be. Maybe I'll have a little more speed in my multiple tonguing, maybe. I think my multiple tonguing is plenty fast. Sometimes it's not as clean as, Vizzuti and all that sort of stuff, but it's plenty fast for the virtuoso stuff. But maybe that will clean up. I don't know. And maybe I will never do it again, but we're going to see. And I think you guys should try it too. Now, if high C is too high for you, then just make it a low C to G on top of the staff. Guys, 1 octave is all you need. And every single one of you that has studied with me knows we start with 1 octave C scale. That's where we start. And only until we get that right do we go to anything else. Okay? So start there, try it, experiment with yourself, and give me your comments and criticisms throughout the week. I'll see you tomorrow, and I am not going to do a lot, at least until these ears are completely cleared up, and they're not there yet. It's okay to play, but again, I'm going to take it easy. So until it clears up, at least for a week, I'm going to be doing it this way. So I want you guys to try it too, and give me some feedback, comments and criticism down below. Emails, whatever you want. Anyway, God, it's great to be back. I couldn't practice or work out. Oh my God. I was like depressed. Anyway, okay guys, love you all. Drink your fruits and vegetables. And also, I didn't work out all week, guys, and I didn't gain 1 ounce. Guys, if you are interested in losing weight, now I put a couple of my anti-aging and weight loss videos on here for you, but if you're interested in losing weight, guys, just as easily as I can get you double C, I can have you drop like that. So go to the other channel, keep up with that. And again, for a $25 half-hour consultation, I can put you in touch with that too. Okay, guys, that's it. We're running out of time, and it's great to be back. I hope everything's good with you, and live your life with true power. Love you all.